Welcome to day 3 in our series of reflections on 6 days that changed the world. We've looked at the first day of creation, we've looked yesterday at the day Jesus was born, and today we come to the day that Jesus died. The day that really did change everything, the day on which the whole axis of history turns. At the time when Jesus walked the earth, God's people were waiting for a saviour, a rescuer, someone who could come and put right all of the suffering and all of the troubles that they faced. Living under Roman occupation was no walk in the park. Restrictions on their everyday life, little money to live off, and heavy taxes that went to pay for the Roman army. No doubt God's people felt powerless. They needed God to move in power. And what did God do? How did God move in power to rescue his people from the oppressive forces? How did God show his strength and free them from everything that bound them? He gave his Son to die on a cross. Read with me from 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. The cross looks like such foolishness. It looks like weakness. It looks like failure. It looks like death. When Jesus is hanging on that cross, it looks like God has lost the plot, like he's out of ideas, like he's given up on us. The cross looks nothing like a rescue plan. But in the weakness of the cross, the true power of God was revealed. In the cross we see the power of love that travelled to such extraordinary lengths to bring us home to our Father. The power of mercy that bore the weight of sin so that we could be forgiven. The power of compassion that broke the chains of evil so that we could be set free. The power of obedience that said yes to the Father all the way to the cross. And the power of grace that so generously gave away even life itself so that we could have it all. The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. You might be feeling powerless today. Just as the Jews didn't have the power to kick the Romans out, you and I don't have the power to cure this virus. We can't physically protect everyone who we love, and we absolutely must live by the restrictions that have been given to us. But know today that God has moved in power for you. On the day that Jesus died, God won the great victory over death, over shame, over guilt, over separation, over sin, over all evil and darkness. He is the rescuer that we truly need. And so we too can exercise power today. We can exercise the power of love, offering that to every person that we phone up, every neighbour that we serve. We can exercise the power of mercy, bearing with and forgiving those who we are sharing a house with, those who irritate us today. We can exercise the power of compassion, seeking ways to offer hope to those who are struggling. We can exercise the power of obedience, doing all that is being asked of us to protect and save lives. And we can exercise the power of grace, refusing to hoard up things for ourselves, but living generously and giving freely. For to us who are being saved, the cross is the power of God.